Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on March 26, 2025. It's the afternoon. Anyway, I wanted to show you what ChatGPT AI drew as a sigil of protection on the property north, south, east, and west. Now, I'm not crazy about the image. I don't like these Illuminati eyes and the triangles and all that stuff, but I thought it was interesting that AI generated this. And I understand the symbolism of what it was describing about the safety of the waters and stuff. But there's a comment that was just left for me by KG that was really interesting. And I think I agree with her. But check this out. North, south, east, and west, eye of protection, the water underneath. That was the image that was generated. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not going to use it, but I'll save it. But I also wanted to mention that, remember I told you that my American Express bill arrived 3 weeks late, and it arrived the day after it was due. Well, I called them up, and they thanked me for being a long-time subscriber. And they said, oh, you don't have to worry because you did pay. I paid something in advance, but it didn't cover the entire bill. But anyway, yesterday I received my invoice, my new invoice, and there is an interest charge, which I will, of course, dispute and get returned because I'm a long-term customer. And I did call them already about the invoice being 3 weeks late, but you're not going to believe this. You want to know what the interest charge is? $6.66. I'll show you. Seeing is believing. So I will be calling to dispute that. I'm not going to pay the $6.66, especially since I didn't receive the invoice. But anyway, let's see. There were some other comments that I wanted to mention. Let me find it. KG said something like, well, if I start putting all this stuff in the ground, and of course, because I'm under surveillance, they might just take it out and draw on it and put it back, and I wouldn't know that. And that's very possible. They certainly can do that. I'm just going to continue to pick up their garbage all over the property, which is what I did in New Jersey when I figured out what was going on. And then I started picking it up and getting rid of it and stuff. Everything felt better, but it was extremely time-consuming in New Jersey, and I had a smaller property. I would spend at least an hour every day cleaning up the property from all the branches and leaves and debris that they'd leave on my property. And again, I had like a half an acre of land, not like what I've got here. So, but you can see from my video last week about the damage they've done to the trees. Yeah, so they've actually been doing that damage. It's not happened naturally. So I wanted to also mention, thank you all for subscribing. Welcome newcomers. I don't know if you saw the questionnaire that I had on the post in my community page under posts. I've never done that before. I've never added like a survey. And the survey was, are you sure that you are a targeted person and you have evidence? And then the other one is, do you think that you may be targeted but you're not sure? Something like that. And then the last one was, I am not targeted. So I was just curious about who my subscribers were. And of course, a whopping, I think it was 84% are targeted. And then there was like 9% or whatever in the middle who are not sure if they're targeted. And then the lower percentage is, no, I'm not targeted. So it's interesting to see who the subscribers are and who's watching the channel. And if for some reason you did not see that, it's on the community page, the main page under posts, and it would probably be down, oh my goodness, it's probably like down maybe 5 or 6 posts. So I've been thinking a lot about who may have really placed me in this program, or at least the icing on the cake. And it all kind of comes back to this one woman. And I start to think about it, and it has to do with the feral cats and stuff. And it has to do with their bitchy lawyers because they're all involved. But this one woman, and the reason it occurred to me this morning after thinking about it was after Eden's Living TV did a video this morning about a woman named Maria. And it's like, you know what? I've got a woman named Maria who was stalking me, who was harassing me. And it really got worse when I became a nonprofit. Because then all the lies that she told her soon-to-be husband, or I think maybe he became her husband during that time. Like there was a period of time where they were just dating and maybe engaged or whatever. And she kept dropping by my cat colony. And I caught them there one day. I'm thinking, what the hell are they doing here? And it turns out she was trying to impress him, thinking that it was her colony. And of course, he probably believed her, but it wasn't. But she wasn't able to do that anymore when I became a nonprofit. Because then I was public with it. I was fundraising under Freya's Cat Rescue, under the Pinebrook Care Center, and she started going ballistic. So what she ended up doing is, the problem, reaction, solution. They made a fake call to the health department and complained about the cats. There was nothing wrong with the cats, but it all snowballed into my petition that went viral. And then she started fundraising for my cats, and she had no position to fundraise because I found out later that she's not a 501c3 nonprofit. Never was, never has been. No, she was faking it. And that's probably why she took down the fundraiser at a very low dollar amount. But she kept her personal mailing address. So people were mailing stuff. And you have to understand that a lot of cat people, like the older ones, like me and older than that, don't trust the social media, don't trust the online transactions. They write checks and they mail them. And she was receiving checks and donations and stuff from my cats that I never saw. It was all deception. And that was in 2013 that all started happening. So, and the reason I'm mentioning is it because you probably didn't see it. But, and this is how I know that she was stalking me, aside from stalking my cats and stuff. There was a very small, I guess it wasn't so small, because it was a well-known lawsuit in New Jersey. And it had to do, I think it was the animal, it was some animal rescue thing. And I ended up going to the local courthouse to hear the verdict. And actually, it was like this ridiculous procedural thing that ruled against the woman. I don't know if it was a cat. I don't know if it was that squirrel. Somebody rescued a squirrel. I don't remember all the details. But I attended because I always attended all those community meetings, right? But she didn't attend. And it was during that time I was giving out my petition flyers. Evidently, maybe somebody that she knew was there too and contacted her. So she had the audacity to call me. She left me a voice message, October 7, 2013. And I'm just going to read what I wrote here on the video. Here's only a minute, a little under 2 minutes long. It was a message left by Maria, October 7, 2013, alleged nonprofit. She has never proven her EIN number or her 501c3 status. This is one of her many attempted setups of me. Notice how she calls out the names in government. Pinebrook is the location of the cat colony that I have been caring for 16 years with a permission letter from the owner. She seethed with envy, jealousy, and greed. This woman left a voice message regarding a case having nothing to do with me at all. She was attempting to involve me in contacting the prosecutor per her phone call. Why? Why isn't she calling the prosecutor? She's extremely jealous and phony. In fact, somebody else contacted me. Like, how did this woman get involved in my cat petition? She's such a bully. I won't have anything to do with her. This is the woman who stole my cats and posted them for adoption on Adopt-a-Pet through her friend who has a dog rescue. She was seen at my house stealing my new blue shoes from my closet and intentionally breaking the cat door to a shed in my backyard. I witnessed her driving out of my development when I lived in Manalapan, New Jersey. My yard gate was open by her. It's always locked. She lives 40 minutes south, Jersey. Same creature who pasted her chewing gum on my license plate at the vet's office. This is the same nefarious bully who set up a fundraiser for my cat and kept the money for herself. She's married to a retired cop. This is a histrionic narcissist who set up a friend to call the health department to report my cats. Problem, reaction, solution. My testimony about this is here. My first targeting testimony, March 2017, with Ella, which I've got here. But I want to play so that you can hear her voice. Now, this is a woman I basically only know because we are allegedly, in the same circle, just rescuing cats. So check it out, guys. Hi, everybody. This is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. I need to play this voice message for everybody. 1 second, folks.
Lorraine, hi, it's Marie. I wanted to give you a call at 6:30 on Monday night. My mind has been racing all day for 1,000 different reasons, as you can imagine. I'm thinking the best way to protect Pinebrook is to get these 4 monsters off the case, okay? The only way to do that is to appeal the case that was lost today. I have it on good authority that the Monmouth County prosecutor and the Attorney General of New Jersey have already been contacted about how the judge misinterpreted the law today. So my idea for you is to write to the Monmouth County prosecutor. His name is Chris Garmaccio. You can look him up. And let him say along the lines of that you read about the dismissal today. However, you have first-hand experience when dealing with the AC officers in question, how they harassed a 70-year-old man, how they destroyed the homes, how they rode around with kittens in their car for hours. Don't make a long story and don't be a die-hard cat fan. Focus more on them breaking the law. Maybe that will do something. Just reaching anywhere I possibly can right now. Okay? Hope this call makes sense. I'll talk to you soon.
No, it doesn't make sense. This woman was intentionally attempting to entrap me or get me involved in a lawsuit that had absolutely nothing to do with me. Okay, so there you've got a little... I just love it when these narcissists leave evidence. Just sort of like here, around here, where they send text messages and save your social media and you get alerts that they're following you. I just love... They think that nobody's ever going to get caught. So now, one of the subscribers, actually I haven't heard from you in a while, I hope that you're well, knows how to do reversals. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what a reversal is. It's taking the spoken words and reversing it. I'm not real good at all this stuff, but this is what some people know how to do, and in some instances it's very good. It's supposed to tap into your subconscious or something like that. So he did the reversal on the message that you just listened to, and I'm going to play it for you. I'll tell you what my nickname is for her too.
Yes, listen to the library has the estimation. Ama sırf biz karışmadık tamam biz uyuşuyor uyuşuyor ayıcam evet ya das Problem ist verschieden ich weiß das hat dit das nach mir wieder reverse the noise in our steam hörst das nach die nacht tamam is and you know the little I yeah, so at least the voice is the title is the voice. Yeah, it's out with how see that you see. Oh, well, that's just yeah, besides the thing, it's not. It's not nice because you've been back up. No, yeah, well, it's you, it's not young man. And in the mayor, it's all pretty, you know, mayor, there.
Okay, I know that was a little bizarre, and sorry, you're seeing my shadow in the background there. I thought it was really fascinating because the name Thomas came up, and I think that's her husband's name. I think that's his name. I could be wrong, but I think that's her name. But see, you know, my nickname for her is Riri Arias. Do you remember her? Let me just pull it up here. I hope everybody's doing well. It's actually kind of a nice day today. I think that's how you spell it. Let's see, Arias. This was a case years ago of a woman, and her last name is Arias. And what happened was her boyfriend broke up with her. And he started dating somebody else. Well, she didn't like that. She was a narcissist. She did not like that at all. Let me just find it here. Jodi Arias. Yes, Jodi. I forgot her first name for a minute. Okay, Jodi Arias. This was 11 years ago. And they actually look very much alike. But so what happened with Jodi Arias, if anybody remembers this case, is like almost till the bitter end, she denied doing anything to her boyfriend. So I'm just going to give you guys some advice. If you break up with a woman and she keeps calling you and tries to make up sex with you, do not go. That woman is trouble. And that's what happened with this Jodi Arias. She kept calling. She shows up. And then, you know, he falls for it. And she butchers him in the bathtub, so to speak. So, there was a part where she's being interrogated. And the interrogator leaves the room. And this woman is caught doing handstands and calisthenics and all kinds of weird stuff. I'm just going to show you her picture here. Oh, here she is. Here, watch. Here she is on the floor doing exercises and stuff. And of course, I mean, everybody knows that whatever you're doing in there, you're being watched. They have cameras everywhere. They're watching you in there, you know? It's sort of like when you walk into a cop's department, you're being watched from the moment you walk in there. So this woman, she refused to admit that she did the dirty, that she did it. And I'm looking at her, and I remember this, and it reminds me so much of Maria, that I nickname Maria Riri Arias. They're the same. They're exactly the same. So anyway, I'm going to get off my high horse on that, because it's just going to get me in a lot more trouble than I already am. But all of this information is on my channel. So this is going back to 2023, when the reversal was done. And then the video that I posted for, let me see. This is, if you want to hear Maria's voice message that she left for me again, this is what it looks like. That's the thumbnail. And I left some details in the show notes here, in case you're interested. I believe that, and also the person that did the reversal for me was fairly certain that she is the one. I mean, of course, she has connections. She has connections with the big feral cat cartel, the nonprofit, the real nonprofit, the multi-million-dollar one. She's got connections with the one in New Jersey and stuff. But to zero in on it, I would say that things got really bad for me with this woman. I believe that she may be the one. So leave your questions and comments down below if you think that this is the biatch that placed me in the program, along with the feral cat cartel. I mean, there could be lawyers involved too, but you just never know. And also, I received a lot of really positive feedback on the 3 rituals videos that I posted. Now, mind you, ChatGPT AI came up with a lot of this information. I just added my my comments as usual, and the thumbnail was actually created by AI, which is really cool. I just told them what the colors that I wanted and what I wanted it to say, etc., and that's what it came up with. So you can use your own creativity to guide ChatGPT into creating what possibly you may have been able to create. The positive information that I received was, it's so important for people to understand that this exists, that people use it against you, that this really is a spiritual battle, and that more and more people are becoming involved in these secret societies and these cults. And it is widely known that Appalachia has a lot of dark history with witchcraft. There's also a lot of positive stuff. You know, there's a lot of positive things in the mountains where people are very resourceful here. That's the one thing I've learned, is they're very resourceful. A lot of people can repair things basically out of necessity. They know how to repair things that I would say most people, like in New Jersey, would not even remotely know how to fix. Most of the women around here, they know how to do canning and preserving food and stuff like that, grow your own food and stuff, which again stems out of necessity. And also, you know, back, you know, decades ago, and their ancestors and stuff, it was very poor, and people had no choice but to grow their own food, figure out ways of preserving it, sort of like the Amish do. But also, there was a lot of dark rituals, because there are large populations of the people around here that want to manipulate dark energy. Not everybody's a good person, and it's not just here, it's all around the country, it's all around the world. Again, it is like a spiritual battle between good and evil, and a lot of people that are in a position of authority in government and agencies and stuff, they have infiltrated these psychopaths have infiltrated high positions of power. And of course, these bad creatures flock together. They hire their own. So then you get mobs of bad people working in agencies that are supposed to be protecting everybody. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well today. And I spent this morning cleaning litter boxes and bringing them outside, washing them, scrubbing them and stuff, and taking care of the kittens. We still got those 4 little kittens, and cleaning out chicken coops, and that's what most of my mornings like. So I hope everybody's doing well. Please hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, get the message out there. If you have any questions and comments, leave them down below. And also, if you have any testimony that you would like to share, some people leave very long comments under some of the videos. Sometimes you might want to email them to me as well so that I can read them to other people, because not everybody has the ability to read all the comments. I've heard from other people that sometimes, like when they're on their way to work or doing some other chores or whatever, they'll be listening to the videos, but they're not necessarily able to read the comments. So that's why I like to read some of the comments out loud. So if you want to email them to me, I'm happy to read them out loud. Testimony I can read out loud. And just tell me if you want your name used, what state you're in, and your approximate age. I'm going to sign off for now.